Here we go. We are live.
Ooh, live, Lexi. You remember we did a
Hi.
live once.
Yeah, we did. That was terrifying. We're back. We're doing it again. We keep trying to scare me.
I just really like to push you out of your comfort zone.
my little hidey hole.
Yes, your hidey hole.
I can't help it.
Okay.
So, hi people. You might not know us. Amy, you're really good at our intro. Finger guns, you got this. Who are we? What do we do?
Hey, hi, hello. This is Amy and Lexi. Those of you that don't know, we are the wonderful podcasters from Confessions of Retail, all the tea. For those that aren't, that don't know, we just tell all of the horror stories and we spill all the tea about what it's like to work in retail.
Yep. So, we got some interesting tea for today, and we're going to go ahead and give you guys a taste of what it's like when we record an episode.
Yes.
So, who's ready for all the tea?
Hey, tea.
I know, I can't help it. Spirit fingers is like ingrained. I tell myself to quit all the time, and then I like twinkle about something. I don't know.
Can't really help it. It's just, I'm a millennial. That's what we do.
Is that what we do? Is it because of Bring It On? I hope not. God, I hope not.
Obviously. All right. So normally we release audio podcast on anywhere that you can find podcasts. We thought that it would be fun to create some video content, so that's why we're here today.
Yeah.
Normally we do episodes once a week, but we have been taking a leave of absence lately. There's just been a lot going on life-wise.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. Lexi can elaborate or not.
I can give you a big 4 points, okay? 1, homeschooling. Yeah. 2, my sister got married. That one took it was a lot, but it was so beautiful.
Your little sister, love
My
her so
baby
much.
sister. She looked like a princess. I'm also working from home, and that's again a whole can of worms. So we've just been really busy, and trying to find time to record has been basically impossible. So we're making time again. We're getting back in the groove, and we are coming back full swing.
Yeah, so we figured that since, the holidays are coming, we'll release one episode this month and one episode next month, and we're gonna make them holiday extravaganzas. Spirit fingers.
I know, I can't help it. I told you.
Can't help it. Spirit fingers and duck lips. That's all we got.
That's all we got. Oh, and peace signs. Like we're posing like a 12-year-old from MySpace.
Of course. I mean,
that one's also ingrained.
MySpace.
R.I.P. So, typically an episode is us talking about what we've been up to in life, and then we follow that up with some interesting retail related news. Oh man, you're gonna love mine this time around, Amy. And then after
Mine's
that, we
interesting.
usually is it interesting? Mine is.
It is.
That's a good word. That's a good word for it. Mine is also interesting. But then we end off with all the tea, which is where we share stories from
listeners.
all lots of life.
Yes.
In
we
the work
usually
industry.
ask that listeners send us stories that they want us to tell. We sometimes get people to come on and tell their own stories, and then we find stories in the deepest, darkest abysses of the internet. There's a lot.
Dark corners.
And then you're just like, how did I get here? I feel gross. I need a shower.
When TikTok tells you to quit scrolling, that's
Mm.
that's when you know you're there. They're like, "Hey,
When
buddy."
Facebook literally tells you, "Hey, you've been on here a long time today. Do you need to take a break?" And I'm like, "I don't need your judgment, Facebook. Like, back off."
You're like, "I came here to escape judgment. Here I am
Right?
getting judged."
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Anywho,
So, go ahead.
oh, I was gonna say, do we want to get into our news articles?
Well, no, because I have work tea, ma'am.
Oh, I'm sorry. I skipped right over the work tea. Mm,
How dare. The work
how
tea is the
dare.
best
Shame,
part.
shame. Well, what have you been up to, Miss Ma'am? I'm sorry. I'm really excited to tell you about my article, as you can probably tell.
She's very excited about the article. Okay. So those that haven't listened and don't know, I am a barista at a certain place that makes coffee.
Pretty popular
Might
one.
be well known.
You're
I have
like a
my braids in
certain
today.
place.
So, anyway, I'm not the type of barista that cares if you say like small, medium, large. I'm aware that, not very many people understand tall, grande, venti, and trenta, which is totally fine. I don't care. Oh, hi Nate. Hi. He says hi. Hi Nate. Anyway, so this guy comes to the drive-through and he says, well, I'm like, "Hey, my name's Amy. How are you today?" And immediately it's tall Americano, hot. Okay, well, that's not how you are, but sure, I can get that going for you. Anyway, so um it's a tall Americano, one Splenda, one cream, which by the way, we free hand cream. We free pour any of the stuff. It's all free poured. So I can't give you one cream, but I can give you a splash. And so I was like, "Okay, anything else?" And he was like, "No." And so I go, "Okay, tall, hot Americano, one Splenda and some cream, your total." And I didn't even get to say his total before he's like, "I said a small, not a tall." And I was like, "Yes, sir. Small is a tall." And he goes, "I didn't ask." And he drives off.
Rude.
Right? So I'm like, woosah, woosah.
Those days when you're like, I have to not hate humanity today.
Right.
I really gotta not.
um so he gets to the window and again I was like, "Hi, your total is," and again he didn't even let me say his total. He goes, "In America, a small is a small."
He's arguing with you in America. I mean,
America.
did you guys teleport out of the country to have that argument? I mean,
And I was just like, I just stared at him, like, I looked him right into his ocular spams, just stared at him like this. "Okay, here's your small Americano. Have a great day." And I slammed the window in his face.
you really had to argue the point. He said, "Look,
"Okay,
it's
sir.
important."
We'll pull out the SpongeBob in America."
Mm.
Ugh. He was driving. What do you think he was driving with some freaking with like that kind of interaction? What do you think he was driving?
Oh, I don't know. My brain immediately says like a Beamer or something. It's like a nicer
Really?
car. Arguing
All I
like
can
that.
tell you is it's real small dick energy. That's all I fucking got. Like
A lifted truck?
real small dick energy.
A really lifted truck?
No, it was a red 90s soft top Jeep Wrangler, which is just as ironic, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, there is that one group of dudes.
The Jeepers, Jeepers Creepers.
Now I'm starting
Exactly.
to wonder. They did that on purpose.
Exactly, Nate. A small is a small and an asshole is an asshole.
Yep.
Thank you.
Mm.
Other than small dick energy, I'm also very concerned about a regular that I have.
Uh-oh.
Um, yeah, I'm
Uh-oh.
I'm I'm not entirely sure if he's not a cannibal.
Oh, that escalated very fast.
Yeah,
I thought you were gonna
yeah.
say he was, like, flirting
Mhm.
with you or
Oh,
kinda
he's so
stalkerish.
so he's so creepy and very stalkerish. He has caused problems with one of my coworkers at her past job. She won't
Oh,
even
god.
she won't even like see him at the window. She always has somebody else do it.
Ooh.
And I don't blame her. um he always orders a turkey bacon white cheddar sandwich. And I had a conversation with him. This was yesterday, like yesterday. I had this conversation. Um he wanted the turkey bacon, but we were out. So at the window, he was like, "You guys have been out of the turkey bacon a lot lately." And I was like, "Yeah, a lot of people like it, and I don't get it because I don't like turkey bacon." And he asked why I didn't like turkey bacon, and I said, "Because it's really chewy and it tastes like you're chewing on like rubber." And he says, "Well, I don't like bacon because it tastes like you're eating people."
Oh, whoa.
And I was like, "Wait a minute. um, how do you know that?"
Right? Like, do you have a comparison to n I don't
I looked at him and I was like, "Are are you a cannibal?"
like,
Do you know a cannibal? And so
how
then
do you
he
know
goes
to how to
on,
compare those 2 things?
I was like, "How do you know that bacon tastes like human?" What? What?
Mm, yeah, that's scary. Um,
I did, Nate. I did actually. I said, "Are you related to Jeffrey Dahmer by chance? A descendant, maybe?" I couldn't help it.
mm.
Sometimes I say things and I wonder how I haven't gotten fired or wrote up yet because I've been at that job for a year and a half now. I don't know.
There were a couple of times and I was like, "Damn, Amy," when we were at the fan
Yeah.
bid.
I just cut right through it, you know? I can't help it.
That's what I love
It's just
about you, though.
it's one
Brutally
of my,
honest is as brutally honest does.
yep, exactly. But yeah, so that is my work related tea. I have a douchebag jeeper and possible cannibal.
Possible Dahmer issues. Keep an eye out for that one,
He
'cause
was in
yikes.
today. He was
Mm.
in today. We had the turkey bacon in, so he got it, and I was like, "Now you don't have to go eat any people." What's wrong with me?
He's probably like, "She's got dark humor." You're over here like, "Oh my god, did I just confront a for real cannibal? Is he a serial killer?" Like
Eat.
that is kinda
Anyway,
scary. Be careful. Be careful.
yeah. Yeah. He works at the Walmart here that I go to about 3 times a week.
Is there a surprisingly large number of missing persons reports over at the Walmart over there?
Not at the Walmart. Well, actually, there's a board. There's
Oh
a board.
no! We're not
I
doing a true crime podcast, Amy. We're gonna crack the case. No.
Whoops.
That's scary.
I mean, I live in New Mexico. People go missing all the time, so
Yeah, that's mm, mm-mm. No way.
anywho.
You keep trying to convince me to move down there. Actually, starting to have a bit of doubt.
You're like, actually, I don't know. Maybe not. Anywho, so you're so excited to tell me your news article. Let's go on to In the News.
In the news.
Yay! In the news. Okay.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be so impatient to share my article, but hear me out, okay? Hear me out.
I'm listening.
It's barely even retail related. It's about a
But
farm. But
man,
like,
we're supposed to stay on topic.
it's relative to the holidays. It's worth it. Linda, listen,
Oh,
okay?
okay. Fine.
Okay. So this news article comes from WSMV. Yeah, I don't even know where that is.
I don't either.
Um,
WSMV. Nope.
it's Whites Creek, Tennessee.
Oh, Tennessee. All right.
There you go. So, my article is titled Whites Creek Animal Sanctuary asks for help searching for stolen turkeys.
What?
Yep. Someone was prepping for our holidays a little early.
They said, I want all the turkeys. Nobody else gets them.
In Whites Creek, Tennessee, several turkeys were stolen from Piccolo Farms Animal Sanctuary on Saturday. According to Piccolo Farms, people in a white Jeep Grand Cherokee, Jeep people.
Jeepers.
Hold on, it gets better. With a Florida license plate.
Oh my God, Florida Jeepers.
Why are they in Tennessee at this one particular turkey farm? They stopped by uninvited and allegedly begged Piccolo Farms to sell the turkeys to them a few days ago. On Saturday, these people came back and lured the turkeys with food scraps and stole several young turkeys. Piccolo Farms claimed there was evidence all over the driveway, surrounded by feathers showing signs of struggle.
There was a struggle here.
Like, when you find a bent feather, they're like, I'm sorry. When I was reading this article last night, I couldn't help but giggle about the way that they worded it. Like, it's true crime, but it's turkeys.
Okay,
fair.
Nate, you're
That's
true.
fair.
Yes, that's right.
No, Grand Cherokee drivers are in a league of their own. That's
yeah,
fair.
because they have the money to have Grand Cherokees, but they're still Florida people, so we're only going to give them a little more credit.
They added that they did leave behind receipts from a Western Union transfer with the suspects' names on it. There was evidence at the scene of the crime, Amy. We have filed a police report and the police have their names, Piccolo Farms said in a Facebook post. All we want are our girls back unharmed.
Well, I don't know what to tell you. They're probably not unharmed.
I know, right? Or they're being fattened up and will soon be harmed.
It will be harmed if they haven't already been.
They ask that if you saw anything or know of anything to please contact them. No questions asked. Just bring us back our girls. Says Piccolo Farms in a Facebook post.
Piccolo Farms. You ain't
Somebody
getting your
stole their
turkeys
birds.
back.
I know, right? I'm like, what
Sorry about
holiday's
ya.
coming up? What holiday's coming up? Come on. You think you're going to get your turkeys back? Come on.
Right?
Sorry.
Come on
Not to
now.
be so cynical. I hope you get your girls back.
Fingers
That
crossed.
was silly. Sorry. I was excited to talk about stolen turkeys because who does that? But a Floridian.
There's wild turkeys here.
Like, sorry. When I picture New Mexico, I picture like any animated cartoon of a desert. Like, there's just nothing but dead brush and cactuses.
mean,
like,
You're not
cacti?
entirely wrong, but
Cacti? I'm gonna hurt my brain.
cacti. It's
Okay.
cacti.
Thank you.
Up the mountain is where there's wild turkeys. There's not really wild turkeys like down here in the desert
Like,
where I live.
you got tarantulas and turkeys just
Yes.
running around. That's
What?
You're not luring me into this trap, Amy. I'm seeing it now. You said move down here. It's fun. By the way, wild spiders. I was like, ooh.
I mean, if it makes you feel any better, tarantulas are harmless. You just gotta make sure
They're
that
too big for me to believe that. Like, I heard what you said, but my brain was like, she's lying to you right now. Ugh. I've even held a tarantula, and I'm still like, mm.
Yeah, no. But yeah, I've accidentally smushed 2 tarantulas driving. And you can feel it, even though they're only like, they're just little, and your car is like
That's so gross.
massive. You can feel when you run it over. And I'm like,
Gross.
yeah.
Do wild turkeys run in like flocks? Are there little herds of them? Kind of need to see that now.
To be fair, I haven't seen the wild turkeys in a while.
Uh-oh. With the holidays coming up, you might not be seeing them. It said they're wild, but not for long.
All
That's
right.
terrible. So,
You ready
yeah.
for mine?
Anywho, yeah, what is your news article, Amy?
So my news article is a little old, and when I say old, I mean a couple of years, but I have never heard this story before.
Okay.
Okay, so it comes to us from Japan Today. Man arrested for memorizing over 1,300 customers' credit card info using
Oh
it
my God.
online.
How? Like, with the phone or just with photographic memory? He's like, sees it,
Hey,
done.
I mean, living in Tokyo, they're very, very smart. And I mean, numbers like just kind of make sense to some people, like my husband's a number person. I am a word person. Like,
I
you know
am
what I mean?
definitely a number person and not a word person. That's why I get in trouble all the
No.
time.
Like, Andy knows like my phone number and like the girls' like social security numbers, and like he can remember all of that. And I'm like, you're lucky that I can actually like remember your phone number, because like if I get arrested, I'm screwed.
Literally, though.
It is impressive, right? 1,300 credit card numbers that this person just remembered. That's a lot.
Gosh, right?
Okay. An unusual case of fraud was uncovered in Tokyo when a 34-year-old was arrested for having stolen the credit card information of over 1,300 people and used it to make purchases online. According to police, the guy worked the register part-time at the mall in Koto City. Whenever a customer would pay by credit card, the suspect allegedly memorized their 16-digit number, name, expire date, and security code, all in the time it took to process their purchase.
Oh, wow.
Using an apparent photographic memory, he could retain all of the information until after the transaction when he would just jot it down. That's wild.
That is
Following
wild.
his arrest, police found a notebook containing the hundreds of names and numbers and are currently linking them to past incidents to determine the scope of his alleged crimes. This is wild. Readers of the news were amazed that such a powerful mind both existed and could be used for such nefarious schemes.
Right. Photographic memory uses it for grand theft.
Somebody was
credit
like, what
card
a waste
fraud.
of talent. Okay. However, there's one lingering question. If he's such a criminal genius, then how did he get caught? According to police, after the arrest, he told them that he would take the items he purchased online and sell them through a pawn shop for money to use on living expenses like food and rent. In the incident which led to his arrest, the suspect had bought 2 shoulder bags that were valued at 270,000 yen, which I don't know how much that is.
Oh gosh, I don't remember.
Do you want to look it up while I finish?
Yes, I can look it up.
Okay, 270,000. In March of this year, those bags
Hold on,
those bags
270,000, sorry.
Yeah, 270,000.
That is $1,900.
$1,900. Okay.
Oh,
but
wait,
200
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
Almost
But,
$2,000.
I mean,
But that's a lot.
yeah. In March of this year, those bags were delivered to his apartment, ultimately leading the police there along with them because apparently he was too busy using his brain to memorize numbers to realize that providing his home address in his crimes was a bad idea. You almost had it.
Yeah.
You almost had it. So
You had us in the
close.
first half, not gonna lie.
Was really
Still,
rooting
though,
for you.
that's so many cards.
1,300 cards. Wild.
Is that just like what he got caught with? Could there be even more? Whew.
I mean, I'm assuming
that's
they found
knucking
his
futz.
book and they like counted maybe. Nate says this is his origin story. He's going to be a supervillain.
Gosh, no kidding.
He's got he's got a photographic memory. So what's his supervillain name going to be? This is your area of expertise.
Okay, but I'm fired because do you know what my brain said immediately? Photosynthesis.
No, Lexi, that's something else.
I know what it is, okay? I just couldn't come with one on the spot. Look at that.
Credit card fraud, man.
Photo fraud. I don't know. I got nothing.
Repeat. That's what Nate says. Nate says repeat. Repeat? Or repete?
Repete.
It's really
You said.
I'm like, I don't know. I can't really hear his enunciation with the typing.
Gosh. Can you imagine, like, you're out in public and some guy drops a little, like, handbook and you're like, oh, what's this? And then it's everyone in town's credit card numbers. Oh, cool. You're a bad guy. Yikes.
Yeah, I mean, can't be mad at him, though.
I wish I could come up with a more clever name.
Right?
Repete. I like it. I think it wins this round.
Repeat, but I was like, repete? Because I'm an idiota.
I love it.
This is why you guys keep me around, isn't it? Because I'm an idiot.
There's a
Hey, there's a kid.
the
Hi, kid. I have a kid in my life.
She said, "Oh God, oh God, oh God."
She said, "Ah!"
Gosh. So, if that wraps up in the news, is it time for the tea?
It's tea time, Lexi.
Ooh, we're gonna clink
Yay.
like we ain't never clanked before. Minion.
Minion. Nate
That's what
says
that one was.
minion. All right. Is it tea time, Lexi?
It's tea time, Amy.
Clink.
Clink.
Yay. We haven't done that in a really long time.
I know. A little
And now I have a
rusty.
dog. Hi, dog.
That's
Gotta love
okay.
lives. It's a Whitey Ford. Hi, Whitey Ford.
Oh, I miss Whitey Ford. So,
He's
do you
such
want
a
to go
good dog.
first, or do you want me to go first? Because I have a short one that's very vulgar and a long one that's not as vulgar.
Uh,
I just mean cursy,
you can go first. It's fine.
not gory or graphic, just to clarify.
Right. No, it's okay. You can go first.
Oh, goodness. This is an old one. Okay, this is from a year ago. And I'm
Okay.
sorry. I know we are not in Christmas season yet. I too believe the Christmas tree shouldn't be up until the turkey
Until
is already out
after
of the damn
Thanksgiving.
oven. But
Yes, ma'am.
both of my stories are Christmas related, so we'll have
It's
to forgive
okay.
me.
Holiday. So it's
Oh,
okay.
it's a holiday, all right. My first story is titled "Merry Fucking Christmas."
Oh, all right. We're right off the bat. Okay. Merry fucking Christmas. Got it.
Just a heads up, this is not a play-by-play. This is just what happened over the course of a few hours. Slight paraphrasing, but it's for the sake of keeping it from being an hour-long read.
Okay.
So, a guest comes to check in. This is a front desk story, I should add. Hotels are fun, yeah. A guest
I would
comes to
know.
check in. You would know. I've never worked that job. I'm afraid to. I'm afraid of what I would experience. That's a lot of slices of life.
Yep. That is indeed. Slices for sure.
I picked careful words there, Amy. A guest comes to check in and doesn't have ID, but she has a friend's ID and credit card.
A friend's ID, as in the friend isn't there.
I would assume so, yeah.
Doesn't
Sorry,
work
you
that
can't
way.
check in. It doesn't,
Nope.
yeah, it doesn't work that way. They sigh, say fine, and then leave. I thought it was odd that it was dark outside and she was wearing her sunglasses. Gave me a bit of a vibe. Anyway, I thought that was going to be the end of it. Boy, was I wrong.
It's never the end of it.
So this is the tale of how Diamond, her boyfriend Slug, my houseman Tay, and I spread holiday cheer for this evening. Obviously, all names are changed. So Diamond walks back in with Slug a good 30 minutes later, and I greet them cheery as ever, asking if she found her ID. And she's off the bat being slightly aggressive. Hey, I say, welcome back. Were you able to find your ID? Diamond to Slug. Give it to her, please. Slug
Ma'am?
hands me his ID and credit card. I check to see if his name is on the reservation. It's not.
Not gonna get you anywhere.
Right? So I say, I'm really sorry, but I need an ID that matches the name on the reservation. Diamond says, I lost it. I don't have one. So I say, I'm sorry, but it's our hotel policy. I really can't help you. Diamond says, okay, well, I paid for the room. I don't have ID. You won't take his. This is ridiculous. Just check me in.
No.
This is where I start having a hard time even answering her because she keeps interrupting me. Statements are shortened and there's no breaks. I keep trying to talk to her, but she's repeating the same stuff over and over and over. You guys know how this goes.
Mm.
So I say, I understand, but it's a policy put in place to keep you and other guests safe. It's a rule for a reason. Diamond says, I am safe. Check me in.
Bitch, if you don't get that bass out your voice, I'm gonna come over this fucking counter and I'm gonna swing on your ass.
Spoiler alert, she's not safe.
Absolutely not. You are not safe right now with the way that you're talking to me.
So I say, ma'am, I have had safe people come onto my previous property and beat the guest in the room. It is a rule for a reason, and I cannot check you in without an ID. I understand if you lost yours. Do you have anything with your name on it so I can know who you are? Picture, credit, debit card, anything at all.
Who are you?
Why won't you tell me? Diamond says, no, I don't. Let me talk to your manager right now.
Of course. The clapping.
Yeah, there's little
I can clap
sparkles.
too, bitch.
There's sparkles for when there's claps. This story comes with sound effects. It's like one of those books with the buttons, except for you get it acted out. It's like charades and story time. Anyways, I say, I'm really sorry, but my manager has gone home for the evening, and there's nothing more that I can do to help you right now. Diamond says, I paid $200 for this room. I want a refund. Now. I'm going to try to not forget. I've already read over a few of them. She's a clappy lady.
I get to clapping too sometimes. I can't help
It's a
it.
certain point, yeah. There's a level of crazy when the
There is
claps
a
come out.
level. It's a ladder, really,
Mhm.
An escalator, actually.
It's an escalator.
Because it goes faster.
So I say, unfortunately, it looks like you booked through a third party because, of course, she fucking did. So
course.
I need my manager's approval. I message him right away to get his approval, but this cannot be resolved immediately. And, sorry. And on this, my hands are completely tied. I'll resolve this as fast as I can and send you a message as soon as I'm done. Diamond storms out with her with her silent slug on her heels. I want this handled now, she yells on her way out.
What is Slug going to do?
I know, right? He's like, God, I have my card and ID. That's all I can do. She's the one. I got everything to say about this situation. I promise. Like, it's anybody else's
I
fault you
mean,
lost your ID. I get when it's an inconvenience. I've lost my ID. That sucks. But, like, come on.
did she
Come on.
lose the ID before she placed the reservation, or did she lose it
Right?
after she placed the reservation? Did she
It's
even
like
have an ID to begin with?
it's like the Tootsie Pop commercials. The world may never know, Amy. So my coworker Tay gets back from her break, maybe after what feels like years just after Diamond left. So I filled her in. Not even 5 minutes after Tay comes back, Diamond comes back in.
Joy.
Diamond comes back in as well, without Slug. She glared at me, looked at Tay, and sickeningly sweet says she would like to check in. So she
Okay.
picks the other one. Great. Tay plays dumb, like we weren't literally just talking about this woman. Absolutely, ma'am. I just need to see a photo ID and a method of payment. Handled like a pro, okay?
Yes, I love
Diamond
it
says,
so much.
I lost my ID. Can you please check me in? And Tay responds with, I'm so sorry, but it's our hotel's policy to have an ID that matches the reservation at check in. Diamond says, "Well, I have an expired passport at home. Tay, we could make a one-time exception in this case if you'd like to go get it." Diamond has a total personality change back to being super aggressive and says, "Well, she didn't tell me that."
Did she know that you had an expired passport at home?
You should just be psychic and know everything about my life. I say, "Ma'am, I did ask for anything and you never asked if that was an option. I would have told you yes." Diamond
Right?
says, "Amazing. Then check me in and make sure she doesn't talk to me."
All right. She doesn't want to talk to you neither. Tell you that.
Sorry, I'm mentally preparing for your reaction because it's about to escalate further. Okay.
Oh no. Okay.
Always. We have to come hot with the tea. So I look at Tay quietly, tell her I'm going to step outside because I was hoping me leaving would help de escalate the situation. Well, she starts yelling at me in my face. "Yeah, you better leave, bitch."
Ma'am?
At this point, the woman has screamed at me for a good 20 minutes collectively tonight, most of it alone. So after I passed her, not facing her or looking at her, at the very least 3 feet away, I slap the back of one hand down onto my palm and say, "Merry fucking Christmas." Diamond then lunges at me screaming, "Do you want to go?"
Gladly. Let's
She
go.
starts threatening me and following me out of the lobby. Tay points at the other door and told her to leave. I sat in my car for a couple of minutes and tried calling my manager because it's now almost 9 p.m. I have not had a break and I was almost assaulted. Lovely. Mind you, Tay and I had radios and were actively messaging on one of our work apps. Apparently, while I was in my car, Diamond comes back in and says she's going to call the cops and have me arrested for assault.
She didn't touch her.
She said, "Do you want to go?" "I'm calling the cops because I threatened you." Sorry. There are certain stupids you can't fix. Anywho,
Yeah, no.
um Tay invited her Tay invited her to come back in and reminded her that they would want to go through the footage. She came back in with Slug in tow and demanded Tay call our manager. She says, "Absolutely. But it is 9 p.m. on Christmas Eve, so he might not answer." Unfortunately, he did.
Unfortunately for Diamond.
Yeah. Or for all of them, who knows? Apparently, as soon as Tay greeted him, Diamond started screaming her belligerent bullshit while Tay and my manager Kent sat on the phone, silently allowing Kent to hear what's going on. We were called bitches at least a dozen times, including the quote, "power tripping bitches with nothing better to do," end quote.
It's so tired, isn't it? Like, I don't really care if you call me a bitch or not.
Literally, like, I'm just waiting for you to stop blowing off your steam. Like, go ahead, get it
Hurry
out.
up, let's
Take your
go.
deep breaths. Let's remember how to people. Come on. Gotta talk to him like an aggravated toddler. Gotta wanna calm down. I wanna be mad. Right? So our manager says, "Yep, refund her and please call the police."
Bless.
So Tay, in front of Diamond, says, "Absolutely, I will gladly refund her and call the police."
Yes. Thank you, Tay. Yes,
Tay
Tay.
finishes. Thank you. Tay finishes up with Kent, all while she's still screaming. And this is when I come back in because I know Tay shouldn't be alone right now. As I try to sneak back into the office so I'm not in the same room, but nearby as but nearby, a delivery driver comes in. So while Tay handles Diamond, I try to help the driver, and Diamond gets in my face, trying to threaten me, saying I assaulted her. Fun fact,
Um,
she's a bit shorter than average, and I'm a 6 foot tall woman. I literally just stare at her, turn back to the driver and give her directions, and then walk back to the office. While Tay is telling Diamond that we are cash free, so we can't refund her in cash, Diamond is still yelling, "Yeah, you're quiet now, huh, bitch?" While Tay is trying to work on processing her refund.
I can't roll my eyes anymore. Harder, like. Ugh.
She starts screaming about a printed receipt. Tay asks for an email because she's beyond done at this point, too. And this is the first time I think either of us heard Slug speak. Slug says, "It's Rita."
Who? Who's Rita?
Diamond getting in his face. "Don't fucking talk to her, bitch." You know it's a good relationship when she's calling him a bitch. I mean,
Oh gosh. Well, I
anywho.
mean, Slug hadn't said a single thing yet,
Then
so.
Slug finishes with, "It's redacted at email.com." Tay says, "Awesome. Just sent it. Now please get off our property. I'm calling the police." Diamond yells, "Fuck you, bitches." And Slug leads her out for the first time, told her she should calm down. And that's enough. After this issue has gone on for a few hours by this point. Tay yells, "Happy holidays."
Reminds me of the time that a customer told me to fuck off, and I told him to have a great day.
Literally, the sweet little end note to this one is "Merry fucking Christmas."
Merry fucking Christmas. Wait, Merry fucking Christmas.
There were sparkles. I didn't clap. Merry fucking Christmas. What a Christmas they had. Jesus. I know that was a big one. Go ahead. What's your first story, girl?
My first story comes to us from Target.
Ah, yes, the Wonder Store.
So it's fancy drama.
It's for them who are not broke, but brocade.
Repete. Sorry, Nate.
You throwing some shade on it? You were the one who gave it a fancy title.
I know. All right. It's been a long time, but I'm a veteran of 3 Christmas seasons at Target. Right around the time that flat screen TVs were starting to get affordable for the average person.
Okay.
So this was about Black Friday.
Oh,
One Black
no.
Friday, we had an $800 plus TV that was on sale for less than $300. That's a good deal.
That's a really good deal.
It was a limit of 2 per customer. This guy comes in with, I'm hoping his 5 kids.
I already know where this is
And
going, damn it.
and each of them grabbed 2 TVs, so they took our last 12 TVs.
Who's got
I really hope these are his 5 kids and not just, like, 5 kids that he, like, acquired.
He's like walking around in the parking lot. "Hey, I'll buy you guys some candy if you help me buy all these TVs." But like 12 times 3, Jesus. That's
Right?
like
Like,
with taxes,
300
we're pushing
times
4
12.
grand.
I
We're pushing
mean,
4
what's he gonna
grand.
do with 12 TVs? You know that
Gonna
he's
flip
just gonna
them.
turn around and sell them for probably, less than the 800, but he's gonna make a pretty penny.
Mm.
Anyway, okay, so some lady who had been waiting outside since the wee hours saw them all lined up, and she took issue with it. She comes to complain to me, and I tell her, as long as they're paying separately, there's nothing that I can do.
Damn.
Rules are rules. They found a
Yep.
loophole. He just like ganked 5 kids and
Literally, he like told the parents, he's like, "Hey, I'll give you one of these TVs if
you can get one of these TVs if you let me borrow a couple of your kids.
let me just borrow these guys. No
I'll
worries."
be right back. She doesn't like my response and go goes and starts a verbal altercation with the man, which escalates to a physical altercation, which then starts to include other people. She ends up destroying 4 of the TVs by stomping on the boxes. He ends up knocking out her tooth.
Oh? Oh my gosh.
He, and another guy get hauled off by the cops, and the kids get hauled off by family services.
Oh my god. Well, that is definitely the worst way that could have gone, I feel like. Oh my
And then they
god.
just have one more line here. It says, "It's a warm memory that just stirs my holiday spirit."
He said, "You want one of my TVs? I'm going to assault you. And then we're all going to jail." Jesus
And the kids are
Christ.
gonna go with CPS. Like, ugh.
Can you imagine that phone call to, like, if they were his kids, like, to their mom?
Right.
She's like, "What happened?" Dad beat up a lady, and we're in a weird office, and it smells funny in here."
And we all we wanted was some TVs, and that lady smashed 4 of them.
Like, what was she thinking? You know what I mean? No.
Right? Because now she had to pay for those,
Right,
and now
she
she
doesn't
doesn't
even
got
get them.
any. She
That's
said,
big
"If I
dumb.
can't get them, you can't get them."
She said, "You know what? Now they're nobody's TVs,
Now
bitch."
nobody gets them.
That's
Yeah, that's
terrible.
my first story.
Oh, goodness. Alright, you ready for my second one?
Yes, ma'am.
It's also a bit long. I'm sorry, I got some good ones. These are hot cuppas, okay?
I
My
like hot
second
cuppas.
story my second story is titled, "Holiday Party? Bah humbug." Alright,
Okay,
this is
Scrooge.
huh?
I said, "Okay, Scrooge."
So this is another front desk story. I didn't mean to be themed here. They just fell into my lap. Okay, I couldn't.
Just
I
happens
as
that way.
Oh my gosh, this is such a good one too. All
I'm
right.
ready.
Like many companies, my hotel has an annual Christmas party. A food potluck, a white elephant gift exchange, a raffle for a new TV every year, all that sort of thing. I make a point of not attending.
Right?
You see, the housekeepers have a very bad habit of turning a plus one into a bring the entire family, which turns into a chaotic small gathering of, or I'm sorry, it turns a small gathering of coworkers into a chaotic swarm of undisciplined children and people that I don't know,
Right?
even when they're told very explicitly to not do that. Sorry, my sinuses are a mess right now. I was doing good.
You
I had
were.
it for the first half. I did.
We're almost
Uh,
there.
I know. The kids will be running around screaming because they are bored, while the other family members will sit around sullenly, also bored. The food gets devoured almost immediately, and the last time I attended, the only thing left by the time I got there was a macaroni salad, with one person shamelessly hauling away 4 slices of the pizza I had brought. I just
No
got here
pizza
and
for
somebody
you.
just took half of what I brought. Uh, but mostly I never really see everyone else as I'm working nights. I am extremely in fifth wheel mode and tired because it's usually the times I'm in bed asleep, probably with a headache from the lack of sleep and screaming children. So I just don't go. Period. I'd rather get the sleep. Um, the year before last, our company took charge of the whole event, determined to make it the best holiday party ever. And to this end, she posted a notice where folks could indicate which of the approved items we would be bringing to the potluck, as well as reminding everyone that this would be a mandatory party.
I just had one of those, a mandatory potluck. Yeah, we just had one at work.
But, like, I'm gonna force you to have fun. It doesn't feel like
I
fun
mean,
anymore.
to be fair, we were clocked in for it, so
Well, you're getting paid. You guys are getting paid? So, when I was sent the memo, naturally, I ignored it, as well as the second reminder that some people had not yet confirmed for the party.
It's me, I'm bitches.
Fun fact, I do not do passive aggressive memos and will ignore them completely. This
Did you
includes a
see
third
that
memo.
memo?
This includes a third memo in an envelope with my name on it taped up in the back room.
They're like, "Nah, here you go, bitch." Put it
So
in an envelope.
finally, my manager confronts me directly about it. So I still need you to sign up for the potluck and gift exchange. You've had 2 weeks to do so now. I'm not going. You need to bring something or it's not fair to everyone else. Sorry, but no, I do not go to the holiday party at all, ever. You still need to bring a gift for the exchange, she says. It's mandatory. I sigh and say, no.
I don't want a gift. I'm not going to get a gift.
Literally, I don't need to get one. I'm not going to give one. Leave me out of it. It's the
No.
rules now. If you don't do this, you will get written up. Can you imagine writing
Getting
somebody up
wrote up
because
because you won't go to the potluck?
so I raise my eyebrow and say, "Go ahead then. I advise you to document everything very carefully and completely."
Yes, bitch. Snap.
Hold on. Hold on. This is where it goes. Apparently, she tried to do exactly that. The manager, the regional manager was not pleased and hastily corrected her. No, she doesn't have to attend the party. No, she doesn't have to participate in the potluck or the gift exchange. And no, you cannot write her up for it. No, nobody else has to participate if they don't want to. I'm pretty sure that he saw the potential of a hefty lawsuit for trying and sent me a text on her behalf apologizing to me. Not that she ever did apologize herself, mind you. The memo in the back office was changed with the mandatory participating elements replaced with snide remarks about Christmas spirit and not
Have a fucking
participating
happy holidays.
not participating in bold letters next to my name.
The only one that says not participating.
Now, don't get me wrong. I love Christmas and parties thereof, but not if they're work related, and certainly not when they're enforced.
Right? Telling me that I have to do things is
Can
going
you
to
imagine
make me
after
not
all of
wanna
this,
do it.
you'd go back into work and you see your name with the biggest, boldest print, not participating, obnoxiously typed next to it? Like, how petty do you have to be?
Right? I would be that level of petty. But I wouldn't write somebody up because they didn't wanna go to a potluck.
Well, then you wouldn't be that petty because that's just petty to write somebody up for. Like, you don't like Christmas? I don't give a shit. Go home, sleep in, miss out on the party, whatever. I spiked the eggnog, but now you won't know.
I would've, like, if I was OP, I would've, like, drawn a heart around not participating. Like
No, it's Christmas party. Draw a Christmas tree around it. Oh, that's beautiful.
Festive.
He said festive. I like it.
Festive.
Sorry, I know both of my stories were Christmassy, but we still have a turkey first.
Yes,
And we still have another story. Amy, what
I
you got?
do. Mine's a twofer.
Ooh.
Okay. I used to be a department manager at Nordstrom. It it is customary for the department managers to become MIC, which is manager in charge, when the store manager is off. All department managers usually have to sign up for 1 to 2 shifts a month. If they're okay, how many departments are in Nordstrom? A lot. There's a lot of freaking departments
Mm-hmm.
in Nordstrom. So then that means like if you're making every department manager sign up for 1 or 2 shifts to become the manager in charge while the store manager gets time off. When does the store manager do the store managing?
I don't know. I don't understand. I've never worked in a department store of that caliber, so I can't.
Like Nordstrom is like massive, you know? Like I mean, I
Mm-hmm.
guess it also depends on like where, what Nordstrom. Like if it's a Nordstrom in like LA or New York, they're going to be very big. They're going to have a lot of departments.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe smaller ones wouldn't have that many. Anyway, um on the night I was manager in charge, I got a call that there was a woman. Oh, I forgot. Um, there is poop involved. Forgot to mention
You
the
said
fecal
warning,
matter.
warning, poopy story ahead.
All right. I got a call that there was a woman moaning and smearing poop all over all the walls in the women's bathroom. I shit you not.
I'm mad at you for making me laugh at that one. You said, I shit you not. Get out.
I called
Ew.
for
I'm sorry.
I called for our security team for backup, and when we entered the bathroom, there was in fact a woman crying, and there was a lot of fecal matter on the ground. However, she was not smearing it on the walls or and she wasn't acting insane. This poor woman was suffering from a sudden and uncontrollable bout of IBS.
Oh.
And she was writing on the floor in pain. She was on the first floor in shoes when it happened, and the restrooms are on the second floor.
Oh no.
we ended
Oh
up
no.
we ended up having to shut the store down as there was a poop trail the entire way. The grates on the escalator had to be taken off and cleaned and scrubbed because they were covered in shit.
You didn't give enough warning, Amy. You said there was some poop. That is a lot of shit.
It made it all the way up
I
the
shit
escalator.
you not.
I shit you not.
Ew. How do they even clean an escalator? How do you de-shit an escalator?
They had to have like somebody actually come and do that. A special team, it says.
Mm.
They had to take off the grates of the escalator to clean
Oh my god.
it.
Ew. It's a bad day to be a janitor at that store.
We ended up comping the lady a pair of leggings and a sweatshirt and helped take her out the security entrance. She was okay, other than being extremely embarrassed.
Yeah, that sucks.
Poor
Poor
lady.
thing. I don't even
I
blame her for what happened, but God, that's miserable.
I know. Yes. I also had a teenager return a period-soaked pair of jeans.
Like
So, shit and blood. Sorry, no warning.
you said, we're just jumping right in.
We're just raw dogging life here, babe. Sorry. She had bought them earlier that day and wore them out of the store for her date. I was surprised to see her a few hours later returning them. She told me that they were really uncomfortable and wanted to exchange them for another pair that she liked. Being Nordstrom and not having a return policy, this was annoying but allowable. It wasn't until later, when I went to process them out to our donation center, that I noticed a stain in the crotch. She had gotten her period, and instead of taking them home and washing/tossing them, she returned them. Still warm.
Ew. Oh my God. That
Yep.
is so gross. Like, what kind of nerve do you have to be like, these don't fit right? You don't want to like wash them first. You're just gonna. There's
Right?
no shame in that. Oh,
Right?
nope.
Some people don't have any shame.
Oh yeah, that's a whole different level of it, though. I feel like.
Yeah.
Mm.
So yeah, that's my second story.
A lot of blood and that story was shitty. Sorry.
But what a shitty story that was.
Oh my gosh. Ew. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm still
Yeah.
stuck on the escalator. I need to like wash my brain from that imagery. Thank you, Amy.
You mean the shitolator? The shitolator.
I think the best question I've had all day is, how do you de-shit an escalator? I didn't think I'd come out of the day with that one.
Never knew that we would come about that.
Oh my goodness. So, if that's the end of our tea time, or is that a two-parter? Is there more?
That was it. No,
Oh, the second part was the shorts.
the periods. Yeah, the
Gross.
jeans, yes.
Well, whatever they were disgusting, and somebody should return them like that. Any hooser.
Absolutely not.
Amy, you have our motivational quote of the week. Sorry, I went on Jim Carrey with it.
Yeah, you did.
I don't know why. He just lives in here. It comes out from time to time.
Oh wait, but what about demographics?
Oh, do we want to talk about our demographics? We sure could.
I don't have them up. So
Me either.
usually, I can get them. I pull up really quick. Usually, at the end of every episode, we go over our demographics and just give little shout outs to our listeners. And let's see what we got here. It's been a while since we've posted, new
I know
episodes.
we've had some long radio silence there.
But we still continue to get listeners, which I love that people are still listening. Which is just great. I'm trying to get to what we need to get to. Okay. We got, other than the United States, are other countries that have listened in. Top countries, we got India and Poland. I don't think Poland has ever made it to the top in the honorable mentions.
Oh goodness.
So, what are the top states, Lexi?
All right, our top states this time around, we've got Massachusetts in the lead by
Hey,
a
Massachusetts
long
has been in the
shot.
lead before.
And then we've got Wisconsin. Sorry, I can't help
Wisconsin.
it. T-Pain ruined it for
Wisconsin.
y'all. I am so sorry. And then in third place, we have a tie between Indiana and California.
Ooh, so Massachusetts and Wisconsin knocked California out of the top since the last time that we've done this.
Mm-hmm.
Love that. You hear that,
Yeah.
California? They took you down.
Down and out.
So, if you like what you listened to today or seen, hey, hi, hello.
Back
Make
to the
sure
spirit
that
fingers.
the spirit fingers. Make sure that you give us a listen over anywhere that you listen to podcasts. We got 3 years worth of podcast content for you, audio wise. We're available on Spotify. We're available on iTunes, Apple, Google, Stitcher, all of anywhere that you listen to podcasts. We're there. Hi.
All the places.
All
We
the
are
places.
on the World Wide Web. Sorry.
If you want to follow any of our socials, you can find us on Facebook, Confessions of Retail, All the Tea Podcast, or Instagram. It's at Confessions of Retail Podcast. And we have a TikTok. I haven't been terribly active on it, but I'm getting back into it. It is at CONF of Retail Podcast. Or is it pod? I don't remember which one. It's either podcast or pod.
I think it's podcast.
But yeah. Hopefully you guys liked what you heard. And we will leave you with a motivational quote.
The motivational quote. Sorry. I have to Jim Carrey it.
Oh, Nick also posted here. We have a webpage like through the Titan Media Collective, which we love. Titan Media Collective, by the way.
Yes, we do.
Where it's not that we don't try and involve ourselves, we just, moms and stuff.
Life has kept us away from this a lot.
Short-term memory loss, like my brain is mush. But we love all of our friends at the Titan Media Collective, and obviously we're here streaming to you guys because of it.
Yeah, we are.
Anyway, so titanmediacollective.com, and then there's a drop down there where you can find all the shows, and we are Confessions of Retail. Right there. There it is. Thanks, Nick. All right. Motivational quote. Strength, courage, and power do not exclude kindness, understanding, and consideration. You can be strong and kind. You can be courageous and understanding. You can be powerful and considerate.
Yeah.
Yep.
Leaving you on a good note.
Yes. So go out there, be badass bitches, and get that money, and don't let the Jeepers get ya.
Don't let the Jeepers give you the creepers, man.
All right, everybody. Till next week.
Pinkies out, bitches.
Bye.
Bye.